I'm WVEA President Dale Lee, and after all the hoopla yesterday, I thought I needed to do a little update to keep everyone in the loop. This video is a little longer than normal, so please bear with me. So first off, let's review. In comments made during Friday's Senate Education Committee meeting, Senate Finance Chair Blair assured those inquiring about the bill's fate that the bill would definitely be sent to Senate Finance for discussion. The reason Democrats were pressing him on that issue was because of a favorable vote count in Senate Finance. Republican Senators Mann and Hamilton both serve on Finance, and both had indicated that they could not support the bill in its current state. The Republican leadership could also count votes, and they realized that sending the bill to Finance would stop it. So instead of letting the system work, they used a rarely seen maneuver to skip the Finance Committee and to do a committee of the whole discussion. In other words, the entire Senate, where Republicans hold a 20-14 advantage, would serve their purposes better and enable them to get the bill passed. Senate Democrats argued against the move, but were outvoted. Now, why use a procedural move so rare that even the Republicans admitted that it had only been used twice before in the history of the Senate, in 1961 and in 1917? Because the Senate Republican leadership is obsessed with this bill. Senator Carmichael and the Republican Senate leadership can say what they want to, but it is very apparent that this bill isn't about improving education, but it's all about revenge and retaliation. The Senate Republican leadership is continuing its vendetta against education employees in our public schools. This is purely about revenge on the part of Carmichael and his leadership cronies. I don't know of a parent or a public school employee that doesn't want to see our schools improved or our students succeed. But what the Senate has proposed is not good for our schools or for our students. The folks in the trenches working with our students every day have a very different version of what is needed to improve our schools. For those really wanting to make our schools better, we have a number of initiatives to suggest that actually do improve student achievement. Items such as a well-rounded curriculum, class sizes that are small enough for one-on-one attention, support services such as health care, nutrition, and after-school programs for students who need assistance, extended day and summer programs, alternative education facilities, expanded vocational education options, additional specialists, including special education teachers, school counselors, nurses, and psychologists, and resources to help parents. Unfortunately, none of those are included in the bill. And just like many of you, I'm disappointed and I'm angry at the Senate Republican leadership. We do have a number of senators that are with us, all the Senate Democrats and Republican Senators Mann and Hamilton, and possibly more. But in a floor vote right now, we would probably still come up a vote or two short. Our battle right now is with the Senate. At a press conference this afternoon, Governor Justice weighed in on the bill. He indicated that he is unhappy with the hits back from the Senate and he doesn't believe in running the Omnibus bill. He said the Senate should break up the issues and let them run on their own merits. He wants to see a clean pay bill and is opposed to many parts of the bill, including elimination of payroll deduction in charter schools. And while he doesn't believe the bill will get to his desk, he is prepared to veto any version with charters and elimination of payroll deduction. The governor's comments about the food fight and why are we doing this, and we don't need to be divided again, were all aimed directly at the Senate Republican leadership and their attempts to retaliation. We don't believe the governor's remarks will alter the plans of the Senate Republican leadership. Much like the governor, the House also appears to be less excited to take up the Omnibus education bill, now Senate Bill 451. Many Republican House members have expressed their concerns and have indicated their unwillingness to move the bill in its current state. Additionally, Some provisions included in the current Senate bill were passed by the Senate in previous sessions and died in the House when they refused to even consider the issues. We have no reason to believe that they want to consider them now. There are 41 Democrats in the House, and they are all opposed to the bill. And that means that we need to recruit some of the House Republicans to our side. We believe there are 10 to 15 that lean our way. Our efforts right now to be recruiting a Republican senator or two to join the two colleagues in voting against the bill would be helpful. We also need to be contacting Republicans in the House to solidify a core vote of them to vote against the bill if it gets to the House. Now I'll repeat what I said yesterday in a press conference. All of our options are still on the table. At some point, when the picture becomes a little clearer on how the House reacts to the bill, we may be forced to explore some of those other options. But right now, our best move is to ratchet up the heat for the Senate Republicans and to begin recruiting the dozen or so Republicans that we need to support our position in the House. Put pressure on them back home. Educate the public. Talk to the people in your community and lay the foundation for us to defeat this anti-worker, anti-public education measures in Senate Bill 451. The Senate is waiting on a fiscal note at the cost of the items included in the bill. We now know that they will begin debate tomorrow on the Senate floor. After the Senate Committee of the Whole completes the work on the bill, it must be read on 3 separate days in the Senate in order to pass the bill. So at this point, it appears the bill will not pass the Senate until sometime next week. I'll continue to update you in the coming days. Now be sure to go to the WVEA website and our Dedicated Teachers Facebook page for the latest information. As always, thanks for everything you do, and have a great day.